It's a perfect situation to make musical sounds.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to Fabric Friday. Now for something a bit different. I had a mad urge on me the other night to do some crochet. So I looked up some wool I've got. These are big 400-gram balls of Aran that I made a jumper out of a few years ago. I've got it in this colour, a cream and a brown. And I just did a square, and I've done these a few years ago, and I did squares which basically I have now used as dishcloths. They're very good. They don't soak up as well as cotton, I think, but they're not as soft as cotton, so it gives you a slight bit of a scour to it, but not enough to mark anything at all. So I thought I'd show you how to crochet, if I can find my crochet hook, which I've just lost. So here goes it. I'm looking through the camera lens and not directly at my fabric, so you can see how I hold it. This is my right hand and this is my left. Now to put a knot in it, all I do is wrap it round my finger once, put it onto my thumb, then the long bit that goes next to your wool, push it through, and there is the loop. So now we've got the loop, put it on the hook, any size hook, because you're just learning, you're not making anything in particular. And I hold the little tail between the last two fingers, and that's how I do it. It's a bit awkward with the camera here, but then I'm going ahead of myself here. The other that goes to your ball of wool goes in your left hand, and just put a little bit of tension on it, not enough, not a lot, but then I grab the little tail while I'm still holding on to it, put my hook down through the back, round, and then pull it through the hole, and that makes a chain. Show that again. Hold your work, pull it through, hook it, and through. Again. And you just carry on until you've got a chain. So I'll carry on until I finish this chain. Now I've done a longer chain, and you carry on for as long as you want it, because we're just practicing. We're not making a thing, so you don't have a specific number of chains you want. To give you an idea, that's my starting point, and that's 25 chains. So next is what we call a crochet. We're coming back on ourselves now. Not a crochet, crochet I think. So we can now let our work hang. This is a bit difficult because my hand shakes. The work is hanging down. Your thread that goes to your ball goes in your left hand again. Keep your hook in your right hand, and then this is just a single crochet. not the chain that was before, the chain before that. Just poke it through, poke your hook through, grab the yarn and pull it through, and there you can see there are now 2 stitches on there. So same as when we were making the chains, it's just putting it down underneath your yarn, wrap it round, hook it and pull it through both of those. There. Mason! Mason's tied up in my wool. Start this again. I've moved my wool, my yarn, so Mason won't walk in through it. Right, so now it's not the first chain next to your stitches, your stitch rather, it's the next one. Put your hook in that, so it's there, wrap your yarn round and pull your yarn through that chain, so you've got 2. Wrap your yarn round and pull it through both of those, so you've got the 1 stitch again. Into the next chain, get your yarn, pull it round, twist your yarn round your hook and pull it through the 2 stitches. Next chain through, grab your yarn, 2 stitches. Put the yarn round your hook or your hook round the yarn and pull it through both. And that is a crochet, I think it's called, single crochet. And I'll go all the way to my knot at the end and I'll come back to you. So now I've gone all the way across, and I do apologise for the shaking, but this is what one symptom the stroke left me with, a very shaky hand. So I've gone all the way across there. Now we can come back again. We've gone into that last chain by the knot. We want to make a 1 chain. We can turn the work round, hold on to our knot because it's fiddly, because it's the first bit of it, and we're now going into the spaces in between that you made before. So you put your hook through, twist your yarn round and pull. Instead of going into the chains that you made on your casting, you're going into the holes in between the chains that made your first row. So there's another stitch. So let me see if I can show you on this. It's a bit tight on a crochet, and this hook is a bit small for this yarn, but it still works out. You can still do it. And like I said, they're just a matter of practicing how to hold it and how to manipulate it. And this is what we're doing. See, I'm sort of used to my shaky hand now, but I know it does look bad on camera, so I apologise. But we just keep putting it into those spaces until we get to the end. Right, and you can see I've got to the end, and you can see those classic holes that crochet causes. Now that's a simple thing, and it's very tight. It isn't that loose because it is a tight small stitch. So when you get to the end, you can try the next stitch, which is make 2 chains, 1, 2, just turn your work around, wrap your yarn around the thread and put the hook through that first hole. Pull it back through so you've got 3 loops on there. Pull it through the first 2, wrap it round and pull through the second 2. And you can see it is a lot bigger. So this is called a double crochet, I think. It's that long since I originally learned it that I've forgot what the names are called. So it's wrap your yarn around your hook, put your hook through the next hole, sorry about that, wrap it round your hook and pull that yarn through, wrap your hook round, pull it through the first 2 stitches, round again and pull it through the next 2 stitches. So try it this way, try it this way round. Now I've rested my arm, it shouldn't shake as much. So for this it's wrap round, in through the first hole, wrap round, pull your yarn through, wrap round, pull through the first 2 stitches, wrap round and the last 2 stitches. So you're basically making knots all the time. Can you see the difference? They're larger holes because you're making a chain bigger. So I'll go through that one again, wrap round, in, wrap round, 2, wrap round, next 2, wrap round, pull through, next 2, next 2, and you just keep going like that all the way along. And this is what I did the night I'd got me craving on. And it looks different because I did 3 rows of those single crochets, yeah, that we've just did 2 rows of, and then I did 2 rows of these double crochets, and then 3 rows single, 2 rows double, and it gives a nice little pattern. It's just, this is just to get you used to doing it. If you want to get patterns afterwards, you can do. Me, I just like to crochet, and I do these little squares and I use them as dishcloths, and because I have one clean one every day and then it goes in the wash at night. Thank you. Bye.
It's a